Hello again, everybody. I'm Ed Robinson, and welcome to another edition of Robinson Responds. I'm here to give you my thoughts on the Week 13 Monday Night Football matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Denver Broncos. So let's get right to it. So the Denver Broncos, what a difference a year makes. Sean Payton, was his quarterback last year was Russell Wilson. This year, his quarterback, the rookie out of Oregon, Bo Nix. And certainly Nix is someone that will definitely be a candidate for this year's Offensive Rookie of the Year. And right now, it could go either way between him and Jaden Daniels. Even though I give the slight edge to Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix is playing at a high level, and his play has gotten so much better week after week after week. And the Denver Broncos are not to be played with. They are back. And as this show is airing, they are currently in a wild card spot. And their next game is going to be at home against the Indianapolis Colts. And it could be a winnable game for the Broncos. So Bo Nix completed 18 out of 35 passes for 294 yards, a touchdown pass and 2 interceptions. Jaleel McLaughlin finished with 14 carries for 84 yards. Javonte Williams and Michael Burton both scored a rushing touchdown. Then Marvin Mims Jr. had a great game, 3 catches for 105 yards and a touchdown. And Cortland Sutton had 6 catches for 102 yards. Denver's defense, which has been one of the best in the league this year, they showed up and ready to play. Levi Wallace and P.J. Locke both recorded 5 tackles. Cody Barton recorded 5 tackles and an interception. Jonah Ellis and Jonathan Cooper both recorded a sack. Nick Bonito recorded a sack and an interception return touchdown. Jaquan McMillan recorded 5 tackles, and he also scored the game-clinching interception return touchdown. So Nick Bonito and Jaquan McMillan both scored interception return touchdowns on the defensive side for the Broncos. And Denver has really put it together much of the year. It took a little while, but these last several games, they have really put it together. And Bo Nix has really, so far, he's been second in terms of the rookies in the quarterback class of the 2024 NFL Draft. Jaden Daniels won, and then Bo Nix is not too far behind him. And we'll see how it works out the remainder of the regular season when we have both guys seeing who's going to top who just in terms of stats and touchdown passes, and even in athletic ability in terms of rushing touchdowns. We know Jaden Daniels is an athlete out of this world, but Bo Nix is not a scrub either in terms of the athletic ability as well. And certainly we saw Bo do his thing, not just throwing the ball, but running the ball as well. Jameis Winston, boy, it was good Jameis and it was bad Jameis in this game. Jameis Winston in the losing effort for the Cleveland Browns, he completed 34 out of 58 passes for 497 yards, 4 touchdown passes, and 3 interceptions. Jerry Jeudy had a game of his career, 9 catches for 235 yards and a touchdown. Elijah Moore had 8 catches for 111 yards, and David Njoku had 9 catches for 52 yards and 2 touchdowns. So as I mentioned earlier, last night we saw good Jameis passing for near 500 yards and having 4 touchdown passes. But we saw the bad Jameis, 3 interceptions. And it's hard to believe, but 5 years ago, when Jameis Winston was the starting quarterback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he was the league's leading passer, but he also led the league in interceptions thrown. And Jameis Winston, listen, Jameis is going to be Jameis. Jameis, he can make some great throws and put those balls right on the money, but he also can make bad throws when he tries to force the issue and will throw it in double coverage or even in triple coverage. And we saw that last night against a team with a top 10 defense in the league with the Denver Broncos. But going forward, that quarterback situation in Cleveland is going to be very tough because Jameis only signed a 1-year deal with the Browns. Deshaun Watson, I believe he's got 2 or maybe 3 more years left on his contract, so the way that contract is structured, it looks as though maybe Deshaun is going to play this contract out. So we'll see. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a market for Jameis. Jameis could come back to Cleveland and maybe play one more year or maybe 2 more years as possible of being Deshaun Watson's backup, or he could become the starter. We'll see how Cleveland works that contract out. It's going to be difficult because there's a lot of money that they have to pay Deshaun for at least the next 3 years. But nevertheless, it was an entertaining game. I thought it would be a low-scoring game between these two teams, but it was a high-scoring game, and we saw Bo Nix do his thing, and we saw Jameis Winston do his thing as well. But again, the final score was the Denver Broncos 41, the Cleveland Browns 32. Hey everybody, thank you so much for tuning into the channel. Remember to click like, share, and subscribe, and thank you for watching.